Hey, we read books. I'm here to talk to you about what I read in May. I only read 3 books last month, but I blame that on it, which is taking up a lot of my time, and I'm almost done. I should finish next month. In keeping up with my presidents, I read James Monroe's biography by Harlow Giles Unger. I give it a 4 out of 5. I really liked Monroe, but the only thing that kind of pissed me off is towards the end. There was no mention of Monroe having slaves at all until like the last 40 pages, and it was like, and he tended his farm with his slaves. I was like, could have mentioned that sooner because I was really liking this guy. Overall, the biography was really good though, way more interesting than the Madison biography. I feel bad because I feel like I picked a bad one for Madison, and now I'm like, the Monroe's so great, but I think it's just because Madison's biography was kind of shit. So, but the Monroe one was really good. He's the last founding father, so it was super interesting to read that. So high five, Monroe, minus that slave thing. Sorry, I take it back. I also read The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, finally! I watched the first episode of The Handmaid's Tale and then I was like, stop, read the book. So I did, and then I finished. I'm up to date with that show now, and it's so good. The book was really good. I gave it a 5 out of 5. It's definitely a little different than the TV show. Like, they go into a little bit more detail because you kind of have to, otherwise it's a little bit boring. But it's great because I really wanted to know like the history of how things came to be, and I feel like she doesn't touch a lot on that on the book because as the narrator, it's something that she doesn't like to talk about. So she'll start to talk about how everything went to shit, and then she'll be like, well, I don't like to talk about that because it brings up memories and it's hard. And I was like, oh! So I love that the TV show is going into that a little bit more, and I just love both of them so much. So great job, Margaret Atwood. I can't wait to read her other book that she's written. I cannot remember what it's called right now, but it's on my want to read list, so it'll happen. And I read a dirty romance. I read Wicked Abyss, The Immortals After Dark, number 18 by Kresley Cole. I just realized that I've probably read more Kresley Cole books than any other author. But she writes so many, so it's not my fault. So I only read 3 in May, but what I'm reading for June, and that I'm hoping to finish for June, is as follows. 3 Dark Crowns by Kendar Blake. So far it's really good, and I'm gonna finish Stephen King's It. I can't wait to talk about it. It's so good. I'm almost through a John Quincy Adams biography. Love it so far. And I'm reading Evicted by Matthew Desmond. And I picked up a book called The Somnambulist by Jonathan Barnes, and it's okay. So that's what I'm reading, and what I'll talk about next month. And I'm sorry I didn't read that much in May. Shit got really complicated this month with this new job and everything that I just got, so reading took a back seat. But I'm hoping to bring it to the forefront again for June. So have a great first month of summer, and I'll see you guys all in a month. Bye!